for entertainment purposes only. And if you want true legal advice, contact your own lawyer.
Oh, come on.
You're listening to Radio Law Talk. And now back to the show.
So R. Kelly is a well-known rapper. He's in his mid-50s, kind of known for his escapades with women. He likes the girls. And Todd's got a scenario. He's going to go through kind of what's happened when, but in general, what happened recently is he was arrested in New York City on 13 counts of all types of things, including child pornography charges. And again, these are all allegations. And we repeat this. These are allegations. And don't forget, that's after he's already out on bail for state court in Chicago, where he was being indicted also for some same type of things.
That's right. And, just to piggyback on the state court in Chicago, we've covered the Jussie Smollett case ad nauseum here, a lot with regard to Smollett. And let's remember that the text messages back and forth from the prosecutor, Kim Fox, when she's talking about whether or not to dismiss the case about with Smollett, she references the R. Kelly case. She says, we've got these big rap artists that are with underage kids allegations there, and so that was going on in Chicago at the same time the Smollett case was. But historically, allegations of inappropriate conduct have been dogging R. Kelly throughout his career. In 1994, when he was 27 years old, he married Aaliyah. It's just the single name. He married Aaliyah. They listed on the certificate she was 18, she was 15. Now, neither party admitted that they got married, but the marriage was annulled a few days later. In 2000, there was an investigative report done by the Chicago Sun-Times detailing a lot of the allegations that he had of misconduct against R. Kelly. And in 2001, somebody sent an anonymous tape of R. Kelly engaging in sexual misconduct with a minor, a videotape, sent that to the reporter. The reporter turned it over. That led to charges for which he was ultimately acquitted in 2007, I believe it was.
2007 or 8.
In the interim, in 2001, he gets sued by Tracy Sampson for having intercourse with her when she was 17. He settles that. He was sued in 2002 by Patrice Jones for a similar thing. She was 16 at the time. That settled.
These are all allegations.
These are all allegations, and they settle out of court. In 2002, Montina, an adult dancer, sues him for something similar. That settles out of court. In 2017, he's investigated for some sort of a sex cult. Moving forward to now, that is being investigated. We get closer to where things are presently. And didn't Michael Avenatti also turn over a tape about him as well?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Let's back up on that.
Yeah.
So what that was two sisters.
Yes.
That the parents, again, I'm not throwing blame. I just want the facts to be laid out there, that brought these two young daughters to an R. Kelly concert because they wanted them to be shown or get publicity, right? So somehow they bring them to R. Kelly and they get to know him and kind of let the girls, and then these two girls move in with R. Kelly, who are now over 18, and apparently are living with them, and he's in love with both of them, he claims, and they have a show on that.
Yes. Now, my point in bringing all this up is not to say, again, these are allegations that occurred in the past and all that, but when the number of allegations start to stack up against an individual, you have a target on your back from law enforcement that will now investigate even the slightest report that comes their way. But if you have these and the reports come out that you have settled those lawsuits, again, those allegations, then you open yourself up to other people making allegations because, from a certain standpoint, hey, R. Kelly's a guy that'll settle. So if you go and you meet him, that can happen. So you put a target on your back, and that's where R. Kelly stands right now in 2019 because of the history. He's got this target, and now he's facing charges in New York.
Right. One of the charges is obstruction of justice. And I think While I have not read the indictment completely, I think it involves him paying off witnesses. And so that they're trying to claim that that's an obstruction of justice type of a part. So we've got here New York, the federal district court in New York. He's got 13 counts, and then he's got another 11 counts in the state court of Illinois. And he's on for a wild ride for a while.
Yeah, the Eastern District of New York charged him with racketeering, kidnapping, forced labor, sexual exploitation of a child. And that's what they're trying to charge him with. And those of you who don't know the whole scenario, jump on YouTube when you get a chance and go ahead and look up his interview on, I can't remember what show it was. Gail. Anyway, one of the.
Is it his last name Knight? She's Oprah Winfrey's. King. Thank you.
Gail King. And the
Not
interview
the Knight, but the King.
is just absolutely fascinating to watch how he reacts.
He's like switches in a matter of seconds.
It's just bizarre.
Yeah.
And you know what? I have to give kudos to her. She was so calm as a reporter, and he jumped up and started yelling. Came almost like overpowering, putting his arms kind of where she was and over. And she just sat there like.
She didn't flinch. I was like really impressed too.
So, general question for both of you, because you practice civil. I know what my answer would be in the criminal realm. All right, you've got a case, you've got a client, and regardless of the circumstances, your client comes to you and says, hey, I just got a call from the media. They would like to interview me for a piece coming up. What do you think?
You know what? I wish I could talk about my cases, but I will not. But in general, I'm going to give a general scenario. The answer is it depends, but most of the time is don't talk to the media, don't get on social media. But I remember I got fired by a client because I would not allow that client to get on the media about the case. And the most interesting thing, she went to a lawyer that, in my opinion, was just and the next thing I knew is I see him on TV and I'm not going to get. I don't want to get in the case because it'll tip it, but lost the case because just ruined the case because of what them being on TV. You just got to be careful what you do. Your lawyer can step up on TV and say something.
In family law, I will tell you how many times I have so many times that my clients will either text or email or social media something that comes back to haunt them. So first and foremost, tell your attorney everything that you're doing. Right. And then secondly, follow the advice of the attorney to not do things that you shouldn't do. Right?
Now let's remember, R. Kelly is saying he's innocent, and he's been acquitted once already for a crime of sleeping with a minor. So there is a target on his back, but he continues to say he's innocent. And in our society, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, he's innocent until proven guilty.
Go to the website, radiolawtalk.com. That's radiolawtalk.com.